So I wanted to take a minute to talk with you about what is the Financial Coaching Toolkit and how is it different from the Academy. So they are both programs that we offer. The Financial Coach Academy is our flagship offering, and then the Toolkit is our advanced offering. They are the exact same price typically, $1,997. We do that on purpose, one, because they're both amazing, but two, because we never want a person to make a buying decision based on price alone. That is very important to us. When you go to the website, we know it can be a little overwhelming on like which one is which and like that kind of thing. That is, first of all, why we always offer complimentary calls for everybody. I just got off of one actually and was talking with the coach about like where he's at in his business, what he's looking to gain from a program, what parts he already feels confident in as a financial coach, what parts he doesn't feel confident in. And all of that is really important so that I can guide you to which program is the best fit for you. Okay. And we want a person to only ever make that decision based on what's best for them, not based on price. So it's really important to me, even though we are running a sale this weekend, that you don't just jump at that without watching this video first, especially if the Academy would be a better fit for you than the Toolkit. We never discount the Financial Coach Academy course. And like I said, we only offer a discount, a special price on the Toolkit twice a year, and this is it. So the Financial Coach Academy is a step-by-step program to help you launch and grow your financial coaching business. It covers everything from like the basics of getting it set up to advanced concepts like how do you create leverage and scale, how do you hire your first employee, everything like that. You get lifetime access to it because we want it to grow with you. As you are growing, we want you to have access to that program, okay? We want you to go back and watch some of the videos a few times if you have to. The program design module is a really great example. We teach you about why a program works, how to design one. We give you a copy of our program and all the materials that go with it, and we help you set up your own. Then we want you to go put, let's say, 10 clients through your program that you just designed, right? Then I want you to go back and re-watch the video all about program design. I want you to have access to it because when you go watch it again, after you've put 10 clients through your program, there are just some things that you just could not even hear the first time you watched it, right? And then you go and watch it again and you're like, oh, that's why she said that. I get it now, right? When we are first brand new at something, we can't possibly learn it all the first time we hear it, right? The same is true for our clients, you guys. This is why some exercises, we talk about this a lot in the Academy, some exercises that you do with your clients, you should be doing them over and over and over again, because every time the client does it, they're going to hear it differently. They're going to learn something new about themselves. They're going to discover a new behavior, or a new mindset, or a new tool that they can use, right? Every single time. And we know that's how learning works, which is why we give you access to the Academy for as long as you need it. Okay. We don't ever take it away. You don't have to pay again for like an annual fee or anything like that. Okay. It's very methodical. Every lesson inside of the Academy builds on top of the other lesson, the prior lesson. The Academy, what it does is it follows the client journey. I believe wholeheartedly that it is the only training program built like this for financial coaches. So from the moment you are, let's say, at a holiday brunch with some friends, or you're at a Super Bowl party or something like that, and you're talking with somebody and you're thinking in your head like, oh my God, I could totally help this person. This person needs my help, right? And they're maybe complaining about some things financially. What do you say? How do you say it? What kind of session do you want to get them scheduled for? You really want to make sure at this stage that you don't intimidate the client, right? Oftentimes what we want to do is like verbal diarrhea, and we totally overwhelm the individual at that stage, because what we're failing to do is really understand what that person is thinking and feeling at that stage of things. And one of the worst things we could do is sell this idea of like a grand transformation, because oftentimes that person is just thinking like, oh, I don't want all that. Like, I'm not trying to join some cult here, right? Like, I just need help solving this problem I have, right? So the idea is we're going to start there. What kind of session do you get them scheduled for? We coach you through exactly how to say it. You build out that step of your business, right? So you're going to have all the tools to help you build out that step. We talk with you about, here's the script for this session, here's the purpose of it, here's how long it should be, everything like that. And then at the end of that phone call, how do you invite the client to take the next step with you? What is the client experiencing? What do they need? Here's the purpose of this next step. Here's the cost of it. Here's the format for it, email confirmation for it, all of those things, right? And then from there, what's the next step? And the entire academy is designed to follow the client journey. But what we're doing is we're saying, here's exactly what the client is experiencing at this stage. Here's what their fears are. Here's what they are, hesitating. Here's the, skepticism they may be having, or that kind of thing. Here's their need oftentimes, right? And we give you a whole bunch of examples based on our own experience as coaches, but then also based on all the feedback we've gotten from from coaches who have gone through the academy over the years. So we're able to give you examples of that, right? And because of that, you aren't just building the step of your business. It's not just because Kelsa said so, or because this is the best strategy that works. It's because this is what the client needs at that stage. This is what's going to serve the client best. And that's why that step works. That's why you're going to build it, right? So we're giving you the why on really making sure you understand your client at each stage of their journey, what they're going through, what kinds of things are going through their head, so that you can talk with them very clearly about that at that stage, build out the step of their business to serve them really well, and then invite them to take the next step, okay? So it is business focused. You're going to build out all of the steps of your business to lead the client through. You're going to get all of our material inside of the academy, and you're going to really understand deeply what your client needs from you and when, right? We're also covering, here's what you're going to experience as the coach. So here's when imposter syndrome will be at an all-time high. This is when you're going to want to celebrate, all of those types of things. And we're helping you to manage all of that along the way, okay? Now, when it comes to program design, so the type of things that you coach a client on, okay? So the types of conversations you're going to have with clients, we cover in the academy what we consider to be the foundational concepts, okay? These are the concepts that we think every financial coach, regardless of who your niche is, likely needs to be coaching their clients on these things, okay? So it doesn't matter if your niche is very different from mine. These things are sort of foundational in nature. We coach you, the coach, on how to coach the client through those. So each one of those, these are things like budgeting, getting out of debt, goal setting, value-based spending, emergency budgets, and emergency savings, which are two different things. And there's one guru who doesn't talk about emergency budgets, which I think is just as important. Excuse me, I have a weird hair. If not more important than emergency savings. And it drives me nuts, but that's a soapbox for another video, okay? So dream budgets, communication with others, how do you, if you're getting pressure from other people, whether it's a spouse or a family member or a friend or something like that, and that you don't really feel like they're supporting you in your financial changes and your financial journey, how do you communicate that? Let's see, value-based spending, financial convictions, overcoming a income problem. These are all the types of things that we cover inside of the academy, okay? In each one of them, I just listed, I think, 8 or 9, and there's 20. So I'm doing a little bit of a disservice right now telling you what those 20 are. But the idea is that each one of those has its own separate video. The video is going over for you, how do you coach a client on something like net worth, savings rates, those are other ones. And where I think a lot of other programs fail, financial coaches, if I'm being direct and honest, is that they do not help you flex your coaching skills. Teaching a client about net worth is not the same thing as coaching a client about the concept of net worth. One thing that I would love for all of you who are considering the academy and you're considering maybe other programs that are out there, I want you to ask other programs this question. I want you to ask them, say, what's the difference between teaching and coaching? and what elements of coaching the client are inside of your program. And honestly, I feel like they do a major disservice to this element, because the reality is, the reason why I like calculating my own net worth, the reason I like knowing what my net worth is, and the reason I go and calculate it again, and then 6 months later I'll calculate it again or something like that. I do mine every 6 months. Don't give me a hard time, okay? I know all of you financial people are going to tell me I should be looking at it more. Jill calculates hers every single month. I like seeing it every 6 months. I like seeing the big change in 6 months, not the baby changes, right? Like, I have a budget every single month. I see those mini changes. I'm on top of them. I know how much I'm throwing towards my goals, all of that. I personally love calculating my net worth every 6 months, because chances are there's like a big difference in 6 months, right? And to me, it's just so fun. It makes it exciting for me. Anyway, that's besides the point. If you want to calculate it monthly, good on ya. If you want to do it quarterly, good on ya. Whatever the case may be. If you want to do it once a year, every client that I have does it a little differently, because my job as their coach is to help them figure out why they want to calculate it. Why is this number important to you? Why do you even care what this number is? I know why I care about it, right? But the reason I care about it, and that reason is what gets me to calculate it 6 months from now, is not going to be the same reason that works for my client, right? So here's the thing. You can teach a client about net worth. You can calculate their net worth during a session with you, okay? And they can gain awareness and they can know what their net worth is. Is that valuable? Of course it is. That's super valuable. That's really good information, right? And I'm really glad that you taught them that. But let's say 6 months later, they're done coaching with you. What is going to get them to calculate their net worth on a consistent basis long to the future, long after maybe they're done coaching with you, or without you saying, okay, let's schedule a session so that we can do this again, right? What is it that gets them to care about these types of concepts? That is coaching, okay? To me, that is the best part of coaching, because a lot of people know about these things, right? They understand cognitively, but they doesn't mean that they can get themselves to do it or to execute or to calculate or to pay attention and all of that. Our job as coaches is to help bring that out in them, to help them find that internal motivation. That is coaching, okay? So inside of the academy, we give you 20 different exercises, and we say these are foundational in nature. We want every coach to be talking with our clients about these, and we are going to help you figure out exactly how to coach on those concepts. So for net worth, we very specifically tell you, here's the questions you ask when you first introduce it. I never go right into net worth. There's some lead-in questions that I ask on the front end that help me figure out exactly what the client thinks and feels about these types of terms. And then later at the end, after I've gone through the entire exercise, we actually revisit those questions. And it's nice because the client can see the progress that they've made just in one session, right? So that's the behavioral and the motivational aspect of these financial concepts that we are trying to instill with our clients, right? So we go through every step-by-step aspect of those exercises, how I introduce it, the terms I use, the terms I don't use. Please don't use the terms assets and liabilities when it comes to teaching your clients about net worth, okay? That's rule number one. The questions that I ask, the action steps that I give the client to take in between sessions, the most common questions that I hear from clients and how I respond to those, the discussion I'm hoping that we'll have, the commitment I'm hoping to see from the client, the follow-up to that. I mean, every aspect of that concept is outlined in its own separate video, and that's for like 20 of them, and that is inside of the academy. You also get our handout or our spreadsheet, whatever it is that we use every single day to deliver these concepts to our clients. You get a copy of that inside of the academy as well, okay? The academy also includes some advanced sort of business concepts. So managing your own mindset, different phases of your business and what might come up for you with your own sort of imposter syndrome at each stage. We cover business finances for you, how to manage your business finances. how to leverage your program. Once you've designed your program and you've put some clients through it, how do you leverage that? So how do you turn it into a group program or a course or a mastermind or something like that? We've got a whole section on that. We've got an entire module on corporate wellness. So if you are looking to go into companies and having the company pay for you to do coaching for the employees, we've got an entire module on that. You get a copy of the contracts that we use every day, the format that we use, everything like that inside of that section, okay? There's even more. How to get clients, how to keep clients, strategic partnerships with people, selling with integrity. So when it comes down to like inviting the client to take each step with you in their coaching journey, that's selling. I know selling sounds intimidating, but really all it is inviting the client to take the next step with you. That's all it is. So in the selling module, we cover your mindset. We cover your emotions and managing your emotions when you're in the middle of a selling discussion with the client. We cover what the client is going to feel or experience. And then we also give you a whole bunch of tools, scripts, and everything like that to go with helping you become a better salesperson, which I know sounds yucky, but if all you're doing is inviting the client to receive help from you, I promise it feels really good. Like right now, I'm inviting all of you to have a better understanding of what the academy is and what it isn't. So that way you know whether it's the next step for you to take or not, right? That's all that we're doing. I promise you. I feel really good about what the academy offers. So it's easy for me to talk about it. Imagine feeling really good about the results you can help a client achieve, right? And the work you could do together. You're simply inviting the person to participate in that, to be a part of that. It is such a beautiful thing. I love it. So anyway, that is the academy. You get lifetime access to it. Like I was saying, it covers all of that. So it is very step by step. Okay, you get all of our materials, both client-facing sides of things for those 20 exercises, but also business materials. So if we've got spreadsheets or flyers, contracts, I mean, you name it, we put it in the academy. Okay, so that is the academy. It is great for somebody who is looking for the most well-rounded aspect of like getting their business dialed in, managing the client flow, understanding their client better and what the client is experiencing, and really figuring out how do I coach the client on these concepts such as net worth, savings rates, budgeting, getting out of debt, that kind of thing. Okay. Now, the toolkit is a little different. The toolkit assumes that you've got your business pretty dialed in already. Okay. The toolkit is only the client facing exercises that I was describing to you. So remember, in the academy, we give you the foundational ones, the ones that are like, hey, they will last you a year with a client. Honestly, the ones that we give you in the academy, if you are just getting started and you've got clients who are just starting to reach out to you and you're just starting to work with them, the materials we give you in the academy will last you a year with one client. Because you aren't teaching the concepts, you are coaching the concepts, and coaching concepts takes more time because you're diving deeper into all of them. Okay. So the idea is getting out of debt is not one session. It can take a month or more to really wrap your brain around that concept with a client and help to make sure that they are wrapping their brain around it. Right. So all of those are in the academy. Let's assume you have a great business, you're attracting clients, clients are onboarding, they're going through your program, and then they get to the end of their program, they have, gotten on a budget, they're making amazing decisions. That's one of the other ones in the academy, is around effective decision making and critical thinking for your clients. Like, how do they make decisions around their money? Because again, the things that are important to them, the factors that are important to them in making financial decisions are likely different than what I'm going to use when Michael and I are making our financial decisions. I want my client to have their own framework, something that they feel really proud of, right? So the idea, let's assume your client's doing that. Okay. They are just doing everything right, but they want to keep coaching with you. And you're like, oh my God, I've sort of run out of everything, right? But this client is just loving the conversations. They're loving the growth. I think one of the most beautiful things, you guys, a lot of our clients, when they first come to us, they aren't like, they don't do a lot of coaching in general yet, right? So they don't have like 10 coaches they've hired in the past 10 years or anything like that. Now, some of them do, but a lot of them, it's like this is really their first step into hiring a coach. When it comes to knowing your niche, that is a very important thing to know. Is your client, is this the first time they're investing in growth and outside help to grow? Or is this something that they've done in the past and so they understand what coaching is like? Just something to keep in mind when you're thinking about those initial conversations with somebody, okay? So, our clients typically, when they come to us, we're the first coach they've hired, right? So a year into it, they become obsessed with coaching. They become obsessed with just learning and growing and applying. And it's like they can't get enough of it. And I love that transformation. By the way, it is one of those very subtle things that happens. And when it happens, you want to make sure you acknowledge that with the client. So you want to point it out to them. You want to say, did you ever think when you first came on board and you hired me, fast forward a year, what did you think? And I promise you, they usually think like, oh, I just thought that I would like solve the problem I had and be done, right? Like they didn't realize it would be like a relationship that they have, that they imagine having for a lifetime, which I think is really cool. But when that happens and that client wants to keep meeting with you and you are like, crap, what else do I talk to them about? That's the toolkit. Okay. So the toolkit is all of the client facing side of things, but way more advanced. It includes the foundational things. So if you haven't done the academy and you just want to go straight into the toolkit, you will get all of those foundational concepts that I outlined when I was explaining the academy. So budgeting, getting out of debt, savings rates, net worth, value-based spending, delayed gratification, communication with a spouse, goal setting. I mean, all of those things I already described, those are also included in the toolkit, okay? But it includes even more than that. So specific situations you might find, more advanced things, things that like, I can't talk about this concept with somebody who's brand new to budgeting and brand new to getting out of debt or brand new to goal setting. This is like an advanced mindset kind of conversation, right? This is a much more in-depth, deep concept that we're going to be talking with our clients about. That is the academy, or crap, that is the toolkit. So the toolkit is more advanced, but includes all the foundational things. And the academy is more business focused along with the foundational exercises. So typically what we say is the academy is where you start if you're brand new, or if you're, maybe you've been doing it for a while, but you're like, okay, I'm going to do this for a while. Time to sort of put some structure around it, really flex my muscles, really grow as a coach. You would want to start at the academy. If you feel really good about all those aspects of your coaching and of your business and the way you take care of your clients and the way you get them results, then the toolkit would be a great option for you. You can take a look on the website. There are different themes, okay? And those themes, there's tons of different exercises in each one, but it will give you an idea. And if you're not sure, if you want to ask me like, hey, I've got a client who's experiencing this, will the toolkit help with that? I'll gladly tell you yes or no. But it is meant to be very situational. So the academy is very linear and step by step. Each lesson sort of builds on top of the other lesson. The toolkit is meant to be where you can jump around. So let's say you're like, man, I've got a client, I really got to talk with her about her mindset, but I don't know where to begin to talk about mindset. There's an entire module specifically on mindset with a bunch of different exercises in there. So you could go just to the mindset theme inside of the toolkit and watch some of the coaching videos that are in there and pick the exercise that you think is going to work best for your client, okay? And you get a copy of the handout or spreadsheet along with the video. So the video is like, here's exactly how you're going to progress through this concept. Here's where you start. Here's why we asked this question. Here's what we're hoping to sort of like gain insights on from the client's perspective, all of that. If it's a PDF, you will have to make changes to it. So like you will have to sort of like recreate your own in Canva. Or one thing that I do recommend you guys, if you were to do the toolkit, I have recommended in here Kimp.io before. It's in the guide section under resources. Kimp.io is a unlimited graphic design company. So you pay a set price, and every month you can submit as many design requests as possible, and they're just going to like churn them out. Okay, we've been using it now for I'd say 6 months, maybe even longer. And we're super impressed with it. So it's like $395, I think, a month, $395 a month. And depending on where you're at in your business, it might not be something that you keep for a long time. But if you were to buy the toolkit, and then you pick, let's say, a whole bunch of handouts that you want them to design for you and recreate for you, you could like submit them all and just see how quickly they can turn them out for you and have all of your handouts professionally designed with your logo, your colors, that kind of thing. But keep in mind, the nice thing is that you're not coming up with the handout from scratch. It's literally right in front of you, and you can recreate it, put your own spin on it, add some of your own terms, your own flair, like that kind of thing, right? If it's Excel, some of them are in Excel. Those are easy to edit. We do give you Excel worksheets for things. So you can just take our logo off, put your logo back on kind of thing, and it's pretty easy to do. So it just depends on what we have created for our own business, but you get a copy of whatever that is. So I hope that makes sense. So toolkit is more advanced. On Friday till Monday, we are running $400 off special on the toolkit only. So the Academy, you guys, we never ever discount the Academy, ever. You will never buy the Academy and then a week later see it go on sale. I promise you that is not something that should happen. I firmly believe that the Academy could be 3 times the price. I really do. I believe that it is the most robust and thorough financial coach training program that exists. I believe it is the most well-rounded as far as coaching skills, business skills, and client focus, and like your mindset and everything. And so because of that, it's very important to me that we don't ever discount it. We have it priced the way it is because I want to create as many financial coaches as we possibly can in this world. But it's sometimes hard to see it priced the way it is. It is something that I'm considering for 2022. We've added a number of things this year to the Financial Coach Academy, so without raising the price. So it is something that I'm considering looking at for 2022. No decision has been made on that yet, and I don't know when. It wouldn't be in the first month or two of the year, so you have some time, just something to consider there. The toolkit is $19.97. And like I said, we're offering it for $400 off. One really cool thing, you guys, that I also want to share about both programs is that when we come up with a new concept for our clients, so if we have a conversation with a client, we're like, oh my God, this was so good. We could do this with a lot of our clients. We create a concept out of it. So we create the handout, we come up with like, how do we want to teach it? What are the takeaways? What's the behavioral aspect of this? What are the hesitations we think our clients might experience? All of that. We then deliver that exercise a number of times to our clients. And each time we do it, we're refining it, we're tweaking it, we're making it better. And then we add it to the toolkit. Okay. So again, this year, I think we've added 2 different concepts to the toolkit without raising the price. So anybody who bought the toolkit before gets those 2 new exercises, which is really incredible value, you guys. I don't know of any other program that does that. If you buy the toolkit right now, literally 2 years from now, when there's, let's say, 10 more exercises inside the toolkit, you have access to those and you don't pay more for them. Do you see what I'm saying here? It's kind of a big deal, right? So that's why it's like, I can tell you that like we're always adding and refining and perfecting these programs that we offer. And the sooner somebody invests in them, the sooner you can take advantage of all of those benefits, the benefits that I can't even tell you about now because they haven't even been created or invented yet, right? Like we're going to let our clients tell us what they need. We then deliver that solution to our clients at Fiscal Fitness, my coaching business. We deliver that. We then make sure we can replicate it, that we can scale it, that we can do it over and over and over again, and that it has the same impact with a lot of people, and then we add it to our programs. So yeah, you get to learn financial coaching from financial coaches. Go figure. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions about the Academy or the toolkit, I just want to make sure you understand the difference and which one may or may not be best for you depending on where you're at in your business. The worst thing that could happen is that you invest and you're excited and then you feel disappointed, or it wasn't helping you move forward in the time of your business that you needed to move forward. So it is always very important to me that you feel really confident in the choice that you're making. Both programs, both. It's not just an investment of money. I know that it is. I know $2,000, 1997, is a lot of money. It is also an investment of your time and your energy and your own journey. And I don't minimize that, right? With both programs, just so you know, they are meant to be active programs, which means you don't just like sit back and like absorb information. You are going to be taking action. Either that's taking action with your clients, taking action in your business, any aspect of financial coaching. You are meant to be applying that information. The same is true for my clients. I don't want any of my clients just sort of like sitting back and being like, that was a good conversation, I learned a lot, right? Oh, that's like a dagger in my heart as a coach. I don't want you just to learn. I want you to apply, right? I want you to have all of these resources that you can then use. Not just that you've got these cool resources that are saved on your computer, right? The idea is that you apply these, you use them, you flex your muscles. Your clients will be super impressed with either offering. I have no doubt that they will see a totally different, perspective on some of these topics if you were to reintroduce them after doing either program. So I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope that you take some time for yourself and for family, and take some time to reflect on what you are most thankful for. I am thankful for my family first. I am so lucky to have two happy, healthy children who get along great, even though they're both the exact same age. And I have a wonderful, supportive husband, and I just feel so lucky. I am thankful for my health, my mental health, my physical health, my emotional health. I feel so blessed every day to be able to take care of myself and not feel selfish for that, and know that the people in my life, my team of coaches, my assistants, our marketing team, my family, all support me in taking care of myself. And that feels really amazing. I am also thankful for all of you. I love financial coaching. I love doing this work. I feel so blessed that every morning I get to wake up and think about how I can flex my financial coaching muscle, whether that's for the clients I'm meeting with or for the coaches I get to train. I have no shortage of ideas of how I can continue doing that for years and years to come. And I'm thankful that that is my perspective. My perspective is not, oh God, what am I going to do for my business? It's, how am I going to get all of these ideas into the world? Like, that is such a really cool perspective. I feel very blessed. So thank you for hanging out here in the Financial Coaches Unite group with me, for being a financial coach, for growing and expanding your own skills as a financial coach, and for helping your clients. Let's take the stress out of money in our world, shall we? That's a really great mission, I think.